Hello everybody, welcome back to another video. In today's video I got a present for Christmas from my mom, and this is the Moose cargo box, which I'm going to be installing in the rear of my four-wheeler here, and I'm going to be taking off my salt spreader. But this cargo box is going to be really useful and helpful for me. It's got a lot of storage. It's got 2 compartments. I can store smaller stuff and tools up here, and then down below it's got one big compartment. I already tried my chainsaw, and stuff can fit in this. And this is nice. It's plastic. It's waterproof. It's got a lot of storage, and it's going to be a nice addition onto my ATV. So this is my Kawasaki Brute Force 750. I'm going to be taking off the salt spreader, and I also got a water bottle holder, cup holder, that I'm probably going to be installing as well. So first I got to take off my salt spreader, and I want to take it off, even though it's winter time still. I want to take it off because I want this cargo box on. I'm really excited to get this on. This is nice. And I'm probably going to be installing it on my dad's four-wheeler, so that way we still have the salt spreader in case. But I am going to get this disassembled and taken off of my back rack. Dad had me grab me, and I got my four-wheeler, and I pulled 2 pallets, one of rock, and the other I pulled our wood splitter out back. So this thing is a strong beast. I actually did it in 2-wheel drive, low gear. But anyways, I'm inside now. It actually started to rain a little bit, and I didn't want to get my tools wet. So what I'm going to be doing is taking this salt spreader off, and it already has some zip ties. The wiring goes all the way up there, so you can plug it in your cigarette lighter or adapter up there. And so I'm going to take the wiring out. I'm going to take these wire nuts off, and then I can just slide the wires out through. I got the wire out, and by doing this, that means that I can, if I ever wanted to, I can put the salt spreader back on, and I know where to put it. I got some zip ties and mounts. Dad, I don't know if you can hear him in the background, he's getting his four-wheeler out, and like I mentioned before, we're going to swap. He's going to put the salt spreader on his machine. He's got a Honda Rancher 400, I believe. And so now I got 10mm bolts here, 10mm deep socket, and then a wrench on the bottom. I'll get these off. These are like little J hooks, and then I'll do the same to the back, and then it should take me another minute, and I'll get this right off here. There's Dad on his Honda Rancher. Hot rod. Look, he's up on 2 wheels. Oh my gosh. Anyway, he's a little bit crazy, man. Look at him. But anyways, I got that salt spreader off, and it's here for him to install. I got the parts and everything ready. Crazy, man. You were up on 2 wheels.
That was pretty good, but it's smaller than yours, right?
Rancher AT 400, that's what it is. Okay, so I got this off. Now I can get ready to install my cargo box. Okay, so here's my cargo box, and like I mentioned, it's one of the biggest that the dealer had. So this is the hardware I got with it, and it looks like just a couple U-bolts, some washers, and I got I got an accessory book, which is pretty cool. It shows all the different plow, winch, all different parts you can order. There's back racks. I gotta find a hitch or make a hitch for this so I can hook up a trailer to my four-wheeler, because the hitch on this is pretty high. So, you know, it shows all your item numbers and prices in it, which is pretty cool. And I got some directions as well. And basically, it's just 2 U-bolts. So what I'm thinking is I just have to drill a couple holes in the cargo box. But anyways, what I'm thinking is I can hook a U-bolt down over top of that. That way it can't move forward or back. And then same with this side like that. That's the strongest and best bet for this back rack here. So we'll see. Alrighty guys, so what I did, I got the old grinder out. I put my cargo box into position where I thought I'd like it, and I tried it, and it seems nice. So what I'm going to do, on the directions, it shows a frame like this, straight. Mine's on an angle, it's different. So what I'm going to do, like I had mentioned before, I want my U-bolts to go down over like that on an angle so it can't go forward or backwards. And I had to get the grinder out and grind the weld a little bit so these fit right over there. And what I did is I got some black paint and just retouched up my rack a little bit. So the paint's drying right now. And what I'm thinking about doing is just getting some paint and dabbing it on the end of my U-bolts, since it's hard to get marked down under here when the cargo box is on. And I'll just get some paint, put it under like so, get my U-box or my cargo box into position, and then head it up into the bottom of the cargo box, and it should leave 2 little dots on either side for my where the U-bolts should go. And then I can just use my drill bit and drill 4 holes. Should set it over it, and then my U-bolt will come through the top. I'll put my metal plate down through the inside the cargo box, down through. I'll put some washers on, and then screw my nuts on. So yeah, we'll see how this goes, guys. Stay tuned. Okay, I got my cargo box where I want it, and I got my U-bolts, and I got some white paint. I'm gonna paint these and see if I can go up from underneath and touch the bottom of the cargo box and leave dots on it so I can know where to drill my holes. Let's see. Okay, so since I want it to shift over on top of this diagonal so it can't move forward or back or anywhere, what I have to do is stretch out these a little bit. What I'm doing is I'm coming in from the top and down, that way there's no bolts and stuff poking up inside the cargo box. And so what I'm going to do is get this over top of the diagonal, and then I'm going to squeeze it together to fit my metal plate on, and then tighten her up. So stick along. Alright guys, guess what? I just put it on. Sorry I keep cutting the video, but I just put this on. I put some weight in it because it keeps sliding down. So I put some weight in it. It's over top, but it shouldn't slide anyways. But it's over top, diagonal. The U-bolts are down like so on either side, so it fits right over. Now all I have to do is put some washers on and some nuts on. So I'm actually glad. I didn't want to bore you guys. I took 100,000 measurements, and it worked out, so I'm happy. The paint kind of worked, but just to make sure I made more measurements. So this is exactly in the center, and now to put the bolts on. I got a light under here and a wrench, swivel wrench, 7/16. There's Dad in the background. He just got the salt spreader on. Go check out his video. But anyways, now what we got for parts here is we got split washers, nuts, these flat plates. So flat plate, nut, and then some split washers. So let's get this installed. Let me read a little bit and then I'll come back. Okay, I'm gonna do the flat plate first. And then I'm going to do split washer and then nuts. And then I might have to adjust this a little bit. Get this in the spot. Alright, I finally got it on. And there we go. See, it's on an angle. It can't move any direction. I got the U-bolt sticking down, then the flat piece of metal, then the split washer, then the nut on either side. Got them started, and then on the inside here, I just didn't want anything poking up and poking any of the stuff in here. And then I got these washers that have the seals on them. It's got it's like a rubber, but that's seal. So now what I'm going to do is tighten up the nuts a little bit. Not too tight, but just enough to get it snug and in place. So alright, there we go. My Moose cargo box is fully installed now. As you saw, I tightened it up. Got a little paint on it. But there we go. And look at all the storage I got now. I tried my Ryobi 16-inch gas chainsaw in it, and it fits. So that's awesome. And then I can put, you know, chains or anything. But I made this work. The directions were for a different rack, so I just made this work. You gotta do what you gotta do, you know. And so this is nice. It's got a lot of storage. It's gonna be really helpful. I can store up here. I can store like gloves or you know, anything. Small parts like maybe a bit set, some wrenches, anything up here. And then down under here I can store big stuff like chainsaw or other tools and such. Okay, so there's my Moose cargo box, and as you can see, I still can probably fit 2 people on the seat, so it doesn't take up any seat room. It is actually pretty big. It's got quite a bit of storage, and up here is where my lunch can go. Now, what I did do is I just put a little bit, I didn't film this, but I put a little bit of foam underneath the rack and the cargo box in spaces where it was necessary, so that way all the shit gets out of it and there will be no rattling when moving. So this will be really helpful for me. I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I recommend a cargo box or, you know, anything to haul stuff with you while you're doing projects. It's going to be really helpful. Also check out my dad's video on the salt spreader. It'll be on Work with Kevin. And yeah, so there's another video in my brute force ATV series. So I hope you guys enjoyed, and we'll catch you guys on the next one. See you later. Hope you have a good day.